You could be put in jail for memes. It's April 30th, 2025, and these are your headlines. You can't make this stuff up. The Texas House just approved legislation today by former Speaker Dade Phelan, remember him, that would criminalize the distribution of altered political media such as memes, videos, or audio recordings unless they contain a government-mandated disclaimer. Despite tweaks in a recently adopted committee substitute, the bill continues to face intense criticism from First Amendment advocates who warn it would chill political speech and satire. Now, originally pitched as a response to AI-generated deepfakes in campaign content, House Bill 366 is significantly broader than that. The current version makes clear it doesn't apply just to AI, but also to any image, audio, or video that, quote, did not occur in reality, a definition that includes basic Photoshop edits and parody. The measure stems from a mailer sent during Phelan's re-election campaign in which an outside group depicted him alongside Nancy Pelosi to draw attention to shared donors. Phelan has said the bill is necessary to combat deceptive political advertising and restore trust in elections. Punishment under the legislation could result in up to a year in jail, something that State Representative Shelley Luther, who was put in jail in 2020 after opening her salon despite COVID lockdowns, took particular issue with. Now, ultimately, the legislation was approved in a 102-40 vote. It's now being sent over to the Senate, where it will have, let's say, an uphill battle. As all legislation, remember this, is referred and scheduled by Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who has been vocally opposed to Dade Phelan. Texas senators are considering a measure that would reinstate language barring members of the legislature from using school choice funds for their children. Senate Bill 3061 by Brandon Creighton was taken up yesterday by members of the Senate Committee on Education. The measure would specifically prohibit children of state representatives, senators, or statewide elected officials from utilizing Texas's upcoming Education Savings Account program. Now, Creighton also filed Senate Bill 2 and had initially envisioned the measure to include that provision. However, it was stripped out of the House's version, and the Senate concurred with that change. Creighton's measure was left pending in a committee until a later date. School choice, of course, passed the Texas House by a vote of 86-63 recently for the first time in history. Now being sent over to the governor, the bill signing ceremony for SB 2 will take place this Saturday, May 3rd.
Are you worried about your kid's future? You should be. I'm Charles Blaine with Texas Tomorrow. This is a show where we're going to talk about the issues and the people that are pushing the policies that concern your family, your home, and your kids. Catch Texas Tomorrow every Thursday.
Harris County officials and a coalition of Democrat-led governments, labor unions, and nonprofits are suing the Trump administration over recent federal workforce reductions. The announcement came yesterday during a press conference by Harris County Judge Alina Hidalgo and County Attorney Christian Menefee. Menefee said that the county's efforts to fight environmental racism would be hindered by cuts at the Environmental Protection Agency, one of many planned reductions as part of a recent federal agency reorganization. The Trump administration has taken a multi-layered approach to reducing the size of federal bureaucracy by offering buyouts, reducing the size of certain federal agencies, and cutting some probationary federal employees. Menefee said that the county was taking legal action because the impact of the order was starting to be felt in Harris County. County officials argue that the cuts could impact services at Social Security offices and hinder their emergency preparedness. Now, this lawsuit marks the latest in a series of legal clashes between Harris County and the Trump administration. Just earlier this month, Harris County sued the federal government over funding cuts to a local clinic that provided free health care to illegal aliens. State data, by the way, shows that Texas taxpayers paid $121.8 million in just 1 month for health care for illegal aliens. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.